Monday, 30 minutes earlier. New schedule. Been up for 2 hours already, 3 hours already. Ugh. Ooh, I'm a little sick to my stomach. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's see here. We're gonna go ahead and jump right into our warm-up. We're gonna stay standing up, arms up, fingertips up, arm circles. Start off nice and easy this morning. About 20 forward and then 20 backwards. And then fingertips down, big circles. 10 going backward, then 10 going forward. Reverse when you're done with your 10. Alternate back and forth 10 times. And both hands front to back 10 times. And then side to side 10 times. Take a nice deep breath in, reach all the way up, and then come up on your toes, rock back on your heels, up on your toes, rock back on your heels. About 10 times here. Forward fold all the way down after your 10 reps. Just cross your arms, lift your head and shoulders. The weight of your upper body, stretch your lower back and your hamstrings. If you want, you can sway side to side here. Nice deep breath in, coming all the way back up into that mountain pose. Reach up nice and tall, right hand, grab the left wrist, pull to the right side. Reach up nice and tall, left hand, grab the right wrist, pull to the left side. Reach up nice and tall, forward fold, all the way down, cross those arms, with the head and shoulders hanging heavy. Sway side to side here about 10 times. And then we're gonna make our way down to the floor in our tabletop position. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're gonna start off with just some simple bird dogs here. Right arm out in front, getting that thumb up, bicep next to the ear. Straighten that left leg straight back, kicking the heel straight back, keeping the hips parallel to the ground, okay? So make whatever adjustments you need. If your foot's way up here in the air, just bring it back down to where the toe is just barely off the ground. So we make a straight line from our fingertips, through our shoulders, hips, right into the heel of the foot. Bring the elbow and knee together. Press and crunch it together. Create a little bit of heat here, a little bit of tension. And then extend all the way out. And 5 reps. done, sit that hand and knee to the ground. Extend the left arm all the way out, thumb facing up. Drive the right heel back. Hold for a second. Find that position where your hips are parallel to the ground. Bring your elbow and knee together, pressing them together, crunching, creating heat and tension. Extend all the way out. And 5 reps. Set that hand and knee down. 5 cat-cows here. So take a nice deep breath in, pushing those hips back, chest up. And then on your exhale, rolling the shoulders, tucking the hips under, getting as much height out of that spine as possible. Back into that cow and cat. Cow and cat. 2 more. Cow, cat. One more time. Cow and cat. All right, now we're going to make our way on our backs. Hands out to the side, legs are straight, feet are together, toes are pulled back towards you. Starting with the right side, bring that leg up. Keep the left leg straight and on the ground. 10 times here, or lying hamstring stretch, or single leg raise. Once you're done with 10 reps there, go to the other side. Keep that bottom leg active, flexing the toe. Don't let it relax and tip out to the side. Now we're going to go to our iron crosses, so keep those hands teed out to the side. Bring that right leg all the way up to the left hand, and then slowly go to the other side. Bring those heels in towards your butt. Drive your hips up into a glute bridge. Keep that belly button pulled in, rib cage pulled down. Just keep the hips up. Glutes are engaged for right now. Just holding. Now we're slowly going to lower our butt down to the ground and drive it back up and hold. Slowly going down, drive it up. Slowly going down, squeeze and hold. 2 more. Hold it at the top here. Without letting your hips drop, keeping your hands out to the side, straighten your left leg out. And then we're gonna do 5 reps over here on this side. Trying to keep this quad on the same plane as the other quad. On your 5th rep, hold it at the top. Slowly set that left foot down. Hold right there, squeeze the glutes. Extend the right leg out. 5 reps. Hold at the top on the 5th rep. Slowly set that right foot down. And set the hips down, grab those knees, pull into the chest, just roll back and forth a couple times. All right, we're gonna make our way back over to our front in the tabletop. Tuck those toes underneath, and we're gonna do 5 lift-offs here. So press the hands into the floor, drive the toes into the ground, keep the belly button pulled in and lift your knees off the ground and hold, and then set them back down 5 times. And on the last one, we're gonna hold here, drive our hips up, heels to the ground into a downward dog, and then pedal that out 10 times. Nice and slow. Float the right heel up, left heel on the ground if possible. Hold it up there. Set that foot down. Left heel goes up. Right heel's on the ground if possible. Set that foot down. Slowly walk your feet to your hands. And we're gonna drop down into a squat. All right, into our gorilla squat here. Straighten those legs, drop the head and chest. Back into our gorilla squat. Straighten the legs, drop the head and chest. Back into our gorilla squat. We're gonna do 2 more after this. 5 total. Plant those hands on the ground, take a step back into plank, pushing back into downward dog. Float the right heel up, bring the right knee shifting into plank to the right elbow and hold. Float that leg back up. Let's go cross body to the left elbow, hold. Float it back up, nice and slow. Swing that leg through in between your hands into a runner's lunge. Hang out right here. Take a nice deep breath, driving this back heel towards the back of the room, keeping the back leg nice and strong. We're gonna do 5 hip circles here, so 5 in one direction. 5 in the other direction. Now straighten that front leg and lift the toe. Back into your lunge. Straighten the leg, lift the toe. Back into your lunge. Straighten the leg, lift the toe. Back into your lunge. One more time. Straighten the leg, lift the toe. Back into your lunge, pushing off your back foot. Come up into a balance on that right foot. 10 single leg touchdowns. All right, we're not going all the way to the ground here. Keep your back nice and flat. Drive your hips back. Nice slight bend in that knee. If you need to tap your foot down, tap your foot down. And try to challenge yourself. Try to stay in that balanced position if you can. Now take a step back into our lunge. So right foot is still on the ground, left foot goes back. Plant your hands just outside your right foot. Step back into a plank. Slowly lower yourself to the ground into an up dog or cobra. Flip the toes, back to downward dog. All right, we're gonna do a couple waves here. So come way up on those toes. Just like in your cat, I want you to tuck those hips under, get as much height out of your spine as possible. Roll everything forward into a plank. And then the same thing going back. As you get back to downward dog, drive those heels to the ground. Way up on your toes, rolling everything forward into plank, rolling everything back, driving the heels to the ground, into downward dog. One more time. Way up on your toes, roll everything forward, all the way back into downward dog. All right, float that left heel up, driving your right heel into the ground if you can. Bring the left knee to your left elbow, shifting into plank. Float that leg up. Coming cross body, left knee to right elbow. Float that leg up. Swing that leg through into a runner's lunge. Stay right here. Just breathe, drive, keep that back leg nice and straight. All right, straighten that front leg, lift the toe, back into your lunge. Straighten the leg, lift the toe, back into your lunge. Two more, straighten the leg, lift the toe, back into your lunge. Straighten the leg, lift the toe, back into your lunge. We gotta do our hip circles, I forgot to do those. So 5 hip circles going in one direction, 5 going the other direction. Then we're gonna push off that back right toe, on balance to our left foot, and then 10 single leg touchdowns. Step back into that lunge, hands frame the front foot, step back into plank, slowly lower yourself to the ground, up dog or cobra, flip those toes, back to downward dog. Right, shift back to plank, slowly lower, up dog or cobra, flip the toes, downward dog. Back into our plank. One more time, slowly lower, up dog or cobra, flip the toes, downward dog, and slowly walk it forward. Widen those feet out. One more time with the gorilla squats, grab the front of the shoes, drop your butt down, keep your chest up, straighten the legs, drop the head. 5 times. And then just roll it up at the end. All right. So I'm going to set up a mat here, fold it in half, make sure we have some cushion for our knees. All right, and we got 2 different ways we can do our shoulder presses today. It's going to be dependent on how what weight you have. All right, so we're going to start off with a sumo deadlift. All right, so our feet are going to be wider than our shoulders. Toes are slightly out. Knees are turned out, going with the toes a little bit. Okay? And we're going to drive our hips back and flatten our back out. All right, so what's that look like from the side? We're gonna be here, slight bend in the knees, drive the hips back. This is our deadlift position here. Stand and squeeze your butt, okay? We're gonna go 45 seconds on our sumo deadlifts. You can use one heavy weight, all right? Or you can have 2 dumbbells holding them in this position, all right? So you have choices there. If you have a slam ball, you can use a slam ball. If you have a barbell, you can put weight on your barbell, use a barbell. You can use a medicine ball, anything that's gonna weight you where you can keep that center mass right up underneath you, okay? So when we get to our shoulder presses, depending on your weight, all right? We're setting it up to where we're in a half kneeling position here. Whatever leg is on the ground, that's the side I want the weight in, right? This front knee and toe are facing straight ahead. This back foot is going straight back. So we're not in this position right here, right? We don't want to be all spread out. We're gonna be right here. The non-working hand is out to the side. We press overhead, 3 seconds coming down. That elbow is slightly out to the side or in front of you, right? So 3 seconds coming down. We're 45 seconds on one side, 45 seconds on the other side. If all you have is a heavy torpedo weight or a barbell, then I want you to get into this position right here, into this kneeling position, sitting up nice and tall. And you're gonna hold your weight here, press overhead, 3 seconds coming down, all right? And you're gonna do that for 90 seconds. So when I'm on 45 seconds on one side, rest 15 seconds, 45 seconds on the other side. I'm gonna, right before that 15 seconds before we're done is when you're gonna stop and then rest until we start back up with our sumo deadlifts. I know that's somewhat confusing, but it kind of gives you the modification and option at home based on what you have, okay? And we're gonna do 3 sets here. So we got 12-ish minutes of work, all right? Let me find my remote. I don't have it together this morning yet. All right, so go ahead and grab your weight. We're gonna start off with our sumo deadlifts, either weight or weights, depending on what you have. All right, we're going in 10 seconds here. Go ahead and get into that wide stance. And go. That weight should be right underneath your body, lined up with your legs, or setting it down right in front of you. Should not be too far out in front of you. Should be right up underneath you, if possible. You got 10 more seconds here. And rest. We're going to our half kneeling shoulder press. Get ready. And go. We're pressing, slowly lowering down. You got 15 seconds. And rest. We're going to go to the other side. If you're using one weight, just keep on going. I'll tell you when to stop. Here we go. Going in 3, 2, 1, and go. Make sure you keep that core tight. 5 more seconds here. And rest. All right, so we're gonna rest a minute 15 before we go back to our sumo deadlifts. And I'm gonna show this a couple different ways. So I showed it with one heavy weight here. Let's slide this over here. And then we still got 30 seconds. Shake those arms out. All right, 15 seconds here. So I want to go ahead and get into that sumo stance. Now, if you have 2 weights, it'll look something like what I'm getting ready to do here with 2 kettlebells. 3, 2, 1, and go. Ten seconds. And rest. Go ahead and grab your weight. Get into that half kneeling position or kneeling position. And here we go. We don't need a huge break. We just did posterior chain work. Now we're going overhead. So we don't need a crazy, crazy long break here. 10 seconds. And rest. Switch to the other side. Here we go. We're going in 3, 2, 1, and go. "15 seconds. If you're doing both arms, you should be resting now. And rest. Ooh. We got one more set. Shake it out a little bit. It's only 30 minutes earlier, but man, it feels different. Still got 30 seconds. This will be our last set of our strength work. into that sumo stance. Going in 10 seconds here. Here we go, we're going in 3, 2, 1, and go. Five seconds. And rest. Into that kneeling position or half kneeling position. Get ready and go. Ten seconds. And rest. Switch it to the other side. Here we go. Going in 3, 2, 1, and go. 10 seconds. And rest. On our conditioning today, we have 2 circuits. We're going to go through those circuits 3 times before we move on to the next circuit. All right, so we're going to do 6 V sit-ups. And then we're going to grab a weight and do 6 goblet squats. Or, sorry, 2 goblet squats. 6 V sit-ups, 2 goblet squats. And then we're going to add 2 reps onto those goblet squats every time we finish with our V sit-ups. So 6 V sit-ups, 2 goblet squats, 6 V sit-ups, 4 goblet squats, 6 and 6, 6 and 8, 6 and 10, and so on for 3 minutes. Then we're going to rest 1 minute, go through that 3 times, okay? Then our next circuit is going to be 6 swings. So like a kettlebell swing, coming from here to here, 6 times, 2 push-ups. 6 swings, 4 push-ups. 6 swings, 6 push-ups. 6 and 8, 6 and 10, and so on for 3 minutes, with a 1 minute rest after each round, okay? So we got 24-ish minutes here, and on the V sit-ups, you can do alternating V sit-ups. So if it's hard for you to keep those feet together, come all the way up, then just do 1 leg at a time. Or when you start to fatigue out and you can't get your feet off the ground or get your chest up, just go ahead and alternate back and forth and keep moving through the workout, okay? The goblet squats, you're holding the weight in that front rack position and doing our squats, okay? I think we should get busy. How about you? We don't need really a lot of demonstration on this stuff. So, all right. Make sure you have your weight handy. let me see. I don't know, I haven't really thought this through. Going in 10 seconds here. 6 V-sit-ups, 2 goblet squats, then add 2 reps to your goblet squats every round. And go. And then back up to your feet. 2 squats. And then back down. Oops. And then back up. 4 goblet squats. Down to 6 and 6. Oh. Ooh, my back is tight today. 6 goblet squats. And then 6 and 8. Still got about a minute. We're at 8, or I'm at 8. To our 6. We got about 20 seconds here before our first break. And rest. Oh man. Did not realize how tight I was from kayaking yesterday until just now. We got 30 seconds here. We're going back to our V-sit-ups. We're starting all over again, starting at 6 V-sit-ups, 2 goblet squats, and then trying to build back up and getting to that same spot that we just got to, or maybe a rep further along. All right, here we go. We're going in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. And then you'll come to your feet. 2 goblet squats. And then back down. We're going 6 and 4 this time. and 6. I think I did the right amount. I did 8 that time. Not sure if that's right or not. Whew. Back to your feet. Seconds. Seconds here. And rest. 1 minute. Starting to get loose. Starting to get warmed up. I guess that's good. 30 seconds here. Again, starting back over. 6 V-SitUps, 2 Goblet Squats, and 6 and 4, 6 and 6, 6 and 8, 6 and 10. For that 3 minutes, get as far along as you can. Going in 10 seconds here. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. 6 and 2. And then 6 and 4. And 6 and 6. Oh. And 6 and 8. 90 seconds. 1 minute. Ten seconds. And rest. 10 seconds. Here we go. We're in that position. Swing it through. 6 swings. Here we go. Two push-ups. Back up. 6 swings. Four push-ups. Oh. Back to 6 swings. Six push-ups. Back to your 6 swings. And 8 push-ups. 90 seconds. Ooh. Back to the 6 swings. Less than a minute. You got 10 push-ups here. Ooh, man. Fifteen seconds. And rest. 1 minute rest. Ooh. And we started back over. Try to get back to where we just made it to. Work on your breathing, work on your recovery. Remember on those push-ups, core stays tight all the way down. When you go to press off the ground, keep that core engaged, squeeze your butt so your hips and shoulders come up together. All right, sounds simple enough, but I understand how hard it can be, especially when you start getting fatigued If you're really feeling your lower back, try hand release push-ups, slowly lower down, squeeze your butt, drive those hands through the floor. Here we go. Number 2. 3, 2, 1, and go. 6 swings. 2 push-ups. 4 push-ups. 6 push-ups. 2. Back to our swings. Eight push-ups. 8. Still got just over a minute. Oh. And rest. 1 minute rest. We'll be going into our last round. Call it Fundamental Monday. We have 30 seconds here. Our last 3 minutes of work. All right, start making your way. Starting back over, trying to get a little bit further this time. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. Here we go, last round. 2 push-ups. 5 90 seconds. Oh. Woo. 50 seconds. Oh my God. And rest. Ooh. Always taking care of the hips, low back after deadlifts, swings, things like that. So bringing both knees into the chest. Just roll back and forth about 5 times here. Grab that right knee, pull it into your chest, flex your feet, straighten the left leg out. Take that left hand outside the right knee, pull it across the left side of the body, looking out over the right shoulder, right fingertips, leaving that right shoulder on the ground. One more deep breath here. Slowly pull those knees back into the chest. Roll back and forth here about 5 times. Grab a hold of that left leg, straighten the right leg out, keep those toes flexed back towards you. Right hand outside that left knee, pull it across the right side of the body, keeping the shoulder, left shoulder on the ground, looking over the left shoulder, left fingertips. As you breathe on your exhale, try to let that knee get closer and closer to the floor. One more deep breath. On your inhale, pull those knees back into your chest. One more time. Front to back, roll it. Roll that spine out. And then we're going to flip over into a child's pose. All right? So I like getting my knees wide here. Whatever's going to get the best stretch for you. I like getting my feet together, my knees wide, getting down, pushing those hips back into the heels. We're going to stay right here for about 30 seconds. And then when you're ready, we're going to take that right hand out to the right side, stack the left hand on top, and then slowly breathe into that left side body. About 5 times here. Slowly walk it over to the left. On your exhale, sinking those hips down into the heels. One more deep breath here. Slowly start walking it in. We're going to press up into a kneeling position here. End off with a side body stretch. Shake those arms out a little bit. Then we're going to take a nice deep breath in. Our right arm goes up, left arm goes down to the side, and we're kicking it out, seeing if you can touch the ground with your left hand. If not, we're going to go side to side and see if we can get a little closer each time. Anywhere from 3 to 5 reps on each side. And then when you're done, you'll shake it out one last time. Oh, we made it.